What up, B Squad? It's me, JB, and you guys, we are here to discuss Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 12. You guys, this episode was titled Hilton Head, Here We Come. Now, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Married to Medicine, shall we? All right, you guys, so my notes are not like super duper long, but I am going to do my best to make this a lengthy video. Now, I will say I apologize for I ain't done Married to Medicine since, Jesus, when was the last time? It's been at least 2 weeks, right, I think. So the last episode that I tried to watch, episode 10, I couldn't get through that. When episode 11, that was the one, I think I saw it was Phaedra's son, something with Phaedra's kids. And I just couldn't get through those, so I apologize for not doing those. But this episode right here, it was okay. I felt the way about some things in this episode. So the cast trip, I'm so confused as to why the cast trip was to Hilton Head. No shade to anybody who's in Hilton Head, right? Because I know everybody has been talking about like with Potomac. Potomac went to Austin. But y'all know that with these Bravo shows, Housewives and even Married to Medicine, y'all know they always do one trip domestic and then they do the international trip, right? But Married to Medicine has 2 domestic trips. They went to Napa and now they're in Hilton Head. I was like, wow, where was the budget at this season for Married to Medicine? Now I did see in somebody else's comments where it was stated that they wanted to go to Africa, but they didn't have the budget to go there. They could have went anywhere this season. I found it quite odd because Married to Medicine has always gone abroad for their second trip. Just a little interesting, right? But we see everybody. They show up to Dr. Simone's house. Ooh, we'll talk. Let me get through this real quick, and then I got something else that I want to talk about. But everybody's met up at Dr. Simone's house, right? And Phaedra was late. We didn't see Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Heavenly went there, right? So Dr. Simone called up Dr. Heavenly, and Heavenly said that she wasn't going to come because of Curtis, because Curtis doesn't want to come, because Curtis doesn't feel comfortable. And you guys remember what season was that? Remember, it was like 7. I think it was 7 years ago, or it was like early in Married to Medicine, history when Curtis cheated on Dr. Jackie. Y'all remember when his big tall ass was at that airport with that woman. So I didn't know that they were going to Hilton Head. That I did not know, but that's where we are. But what season was that, you guys? Because you guys remember, they were having marital issues. They were having issues in their marriage that season. I remember when I saw it, I thought that Dr. Jackie and Curtis were going through a divorce. But we soon found out, no, they weren't going through no damn divorce. He was just cheating on her. I think, was that season 4? Because I remember season 5 is the season when that was the season that Simone and Cecil were having issues, right? You guys, I do not remember the history of Married to Medicine. I've watched Married to Medicine since season 1. I just don't remember I don't remember. Oh my God. I wish I could remember, but if you guys remember, you will let me know, right? So then they called Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Jackie doesn't want to go because she feels, here's my thing. I don't think anybody was going to bring up anything that's happened with Dr. Jackie and Curtis. I think it was, a hit dog will holler, right? And I think that that's what the situation was. Because like we've all been saying, like a lot of us have been saying this season, Curtis has been in a DR this season a lot too. So my thing is, if I get Hilton Head is a sore spot for Dr. Jackie, right? But wouldn't Atlanta be a sore spot as well? Because let's be real, where did he meet the girl at? He had to have met the girl in Atlanta. So I'm just a little confused, but hey, she don't want to go because of that. Am I upset about it? Not really. I'm honestly not. But like I said, I will say I just it's we'll talk about it in a little bit, but we'll pause here and we'll move forward, you guys. Now, you guys, the thing that I wanted to talk about, it ain't got nothing to do with this episode, but it actually kind of does come. I can use it again later in the episode. Dr. Jackie girl. That's all I gotta say. Have y'all saw the interview with Mariah Huck and Carlos King? I haven't watched it, but I do know that Mariah said that Dr. Jackie is the real villain of the show. I can see it. Now, what happened last week after the episode aired? Let me ask this. I want to say this loudly and clearly. Why are people still interviewing Buffy Purcell? That woman was on Married to Medicine season 7. We are on season 10 at this point. I don't understand why people are still interviewing Buffy. It just, for the life of me, it does not make any kind of sense. I don't get it. Was Buffy wronged in that season? 100%, right? But I want Buffy to go seek therapy. I want Buffy to let go of it at this point. You have talked about Dr. Jackie ad nauseum. I get it. You don't like the woman. I get it. You feel a way about Simone. I get it. You say the contestant said that she was going to drag you like the babies you can't have. Who would say something like that? And then Dr. Contessa came out, and I saw a lot of people last week saying that why was she on live crying? I do wonder why did she go on live to address it? I do wonder that question. And I also, because she said in a video that she was going to sue Buffy, right? But then she came back out. And I felt her in her anger. I really did. I felt that anger. I understood I understood it. Like, you're attacking you're attacking me as this could be a detriment to my reputation. Then two, I told you I've had miscarriages. I had to give birth to a baby and bury it. So I got where she was coming from. And when she said, "You lying ass bitch," she said that lying ass bitch with everything in her. I was like, well, damn. Let them know how you really feel, Dr. Contessa. But I wasn't mad at her. But I said all of that to say I want for Buffy just to move on with her life, right? You say you lost 40 pounds, however many pounds you lost weight, you are off the show, you're good, right? Stay there. But again, I don't understand why. Now, I don't know who Oliver is like that, but the fact that he interviewed her, I don't understand why he interviewed her. I don't understand it, but hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, back to this episode. So I'm gonna be all over the place in this episode because it wasn't really, like I said, it just wasn't a whole lot that happened in the episode. But I do want to just give my 2 cents and opinions on things. So Dr. Kima, I don't like. He's a misogynist. I'm just realizing that, and I feel like he's trying to. I feel like he's going to put everything onto his culture, right? I mean, I've been around some Africans, and not all of them are sexist, misogynist. Because he was like. And Simone, Dr. Simone, I really want you to find your inside voice, girl. We have been watching Married to Medicine for 10 years now at this point. And you just, my God, you scream. Then they laugh. It just gets everything. I love Simone, but that laugh. And then her screaming, it's just like, girl, can you find your inside voice, right? Kayla, we got place over here. The man over. Like, oh my God, Dr. Simone, chill. Bring it down. You all the way up at a 20. Can I at least get you to bring it down to a 9? You at a 20, bring it down to a 9, sis, right? But Kima, he's someone who believes in the gender roles, right? And I guess Dr. Alicia likes it. It is, if it works for her, it works for her, right? But what I found kind of confusing was when he said in African culture they don't do oral sex. I was like, really? Because I know some Africans and they definitely do oral sex. I'm sorry, we're not gonna get too deep into it, but I know I could not be in a relationship where that is completely off the table. No. No, 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 no. Could not. Could not and would not. Ain't no way. Now I know that there are people out there who don't enjoy that, right? And that's fine. That's fine if you don't enjoy it. That's fine if you don't enjoy it. But I mean, if your partner likes, if how does that work? Like, if you get with, I just don't understand. Like, if you were someone who before you got with your significant other, your husband, your wife, you enjoyed oral pleasure, and now y'all together and there's no oral pleasure, nah, baby, it would be a no for me. It would be an absolute no for me. Like, the same way I feel about marriage, kids is the same way I feel about, oral pleasure, right? If it's a deal breaker for you, then it's a deal breaker. If you say no, I'm gonna say no to the relationship. I'm like, oh, you don't want to do it? Well, like that SpongeBob me, I'm gonna get my shit and get the fuck out. Have a nice life, because it just wouldn't work for me. I'm being for real. It would not work for me. Would not. So that's that. The next thing that I want to say is, but I thought about it and I put it in my notes. I thought about it. Then I thought about, like, take it out because, but that was a complaint of some of the women over the past few seasons, because Phaedra is on this couples trip, right? And I'm using couples lightly, not lightly, but I'm using couples with air quotes because she's on the trip, right? But it's a couples trip, and they're talking about 10 years of their friendship. That we can use that loosely too, right? We can use the 10 years loosely, because Dr. Heavenly came on season 2 of Married to Medicine, right? But I do know that Dr. Heavenly knew Mariah prior to the show. Who else did she know prior to Married to Medicine? I know she knew Mariah prior to this show. So there were relationships before the show became a thing, right? And we know that. And I think that's one of the things that has made Married to Medicine what it is, because Dr. Jack and Dr. Simone were friends before this show. Mariah knew Simone before the show. Mariah knew Quad before the show. They all knew each other. I think, so they all have known each other because they all run in the same circles in Atlanta as doctors and doctors' wives. So but now we have Dr. Alicia, who we just met this year. Phaedra, granted, I do know that Phaedra has known these women for quite some time, right? We do know that because we saw the women show up on Real Housewives of Atlanta for different events as well. So we do know that Phaedra does know some of these women and have known them for years since she's been on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that's not something that's not a big thing. The thing is, it's a couples trip. The same way that they used to feel the way about Quad going on the couples trip. What season was that when I kept saying in a review it was Quad and by her lonesome? I think it was Mariah's last season. So that was season. Child, what was Mariah's last season? Season 7. Season 7, I believe. I think that was season 7 Mariah's last season. Am I right? Damn. It just does not feel like it's been that long. Because I remember I started reviewing Married to Medicine season 6. But again, like I said, I've been watching Married to Medicine before season 6. That's just when I started reviewing it. Wow, man, that's interesting. Like I said, you guys, I'm gonna be all over the place, but we're gonna start to wrap it up in a little bit. The next thing I want to talk about is that crab boil that they had, that unseasoned Caucasian-looking crab boil. Where was this? I mean, that shit looked bland. That shit looked, see-through, transparent, clear. I wouldn't have ate that crab boil. I'm sorry. Let's pause there and wrap up the episode, you guys. We did see that Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly, they did show up. And Dr. Heavenly, the thing that's bothering me, I know Dr. Heavenly can't say production is the one that set this up, right? I know she can't say that, but she keeps sitting there trying to blame Simone, saying that she's alluding to the fact that Simone did this, I guess with some ill intent, knowing the history with Hilton Head and Dr. Jackie. And Simone was like, I didn't do that. And I like the fact that, Toya confronted her, right? And I also will say that with Letitia, I'm not upset with her. What I will say when it comes to Letitia is I really want her to stop age shaming these women, right? I don't think that that's cute and it's not funny because, mama, you gonna get old one day. You gonna get old one day yourself, and you not gonna want nobody to keep calling you. You don't want nobody to say, "Oh, this AARP," all the little subtle, all the little jabs that you take. You're not gonna want someone to do that to you. So stop doing it to them. It's not funny. It's not cute. Let it go. Right? Nobody's laughing. Nobody's laughing. It's tacky. Is what it is. It's tacky as fuck. Period. Point blank. But like I said, I'm not upset with her. I'm absolutely 100% not at all upset with Letitia for calling out Dr. Jackie because I feel like with Dr. Jackie, she's been on the show for so long and, people don't really go at Dr. Jackie, right? Because y'all remember the way she was so dismissive of Buffy. That was the same way she was dismissive to Letitia, calling her baby. Look, the baby, what did she call her? She called her some kind of a baby. I was like, Dr. Jackie, just be like, I hear what you're saying. Now, when she told Dr. Jackie, "fuck you," and called her a bitch, I was like, damn. Was all that called for? Or was all of that called for? I got your point. It's like y'all came to my bridal shower talking about Quad and another woman, but but you can't be called to the hot seat. Again, like I said, I was here for it. I didn't have a problem with it. Had absolutely no problems with it. But, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Let's be real about that. Um, yeah, she called her baby girl. And like I said, the way she was talking to her, it was very condescending because she was really talking down to Letitia. But the thing is, I don't think these women have no respect for Letitia. Let's just be real about it, right? They have absolutely no respect for her. And that's all I got. I don't think I'm missing anything. I don't think I'm missing anything. But like I will go back to my earlier point, what I said about production of all the like if y'all, because like I said, I read somewhere that they wanted to go to Africa for the 10th season cast trip. That's fine. If you didn't have it in the budget, that's fine. Why come y'all couldn't go? Y'all didn't have budget for anywhere else outside of the country. I don't like y'all couldn't go nowhere. Y'all couldn't go anywhere. Mexico, Dominican Republic. Speaking of the Dominican Republic, right? Again, this season, Curtis has been in the DR. I would love to go to DR and know why Curtis has been going down to the DR so much. I really would love to know the answer to that question. I really would love to know the answer to the question. They split up for the day. The men went to a cooking class, and the women are going golfing. And sweet Letitia tried to apologize to Dr. Jackie. Like I said a few minutes ago, Dr. Jackie doesn't like to be called out, and I think that's not good. That's not good, right? When you have one person who doesn't want to be called out for the BS that they've done, like it feels like people have to bow down to Dr. Jackie, and kiss the crown, kiss the ring, and all that kind of stuff. That's just how I feel. That's my personal opinions. I don't think I'm missing anything, but if I am, I definitely do want you guys to just jot down in the comment section, and we can discuss it. I think that's it. I believe that's it. I know that next week's episode is going to be interesting because Dr. Alicia is going to be going at Toya, talking about Eugene should train her ass. Are y'all animals? Because you train animals. You train animals to do things, not humans. But hey, again, like I said, if Dr. Alicia likes it, that's her business. But I think that's where the women need to get at too with Dr. Alicia. If it works for Dr. Alicia and her marriage, then it works for her and her marriage, right? She ain't checking her husband. Why y'all checking her husband? That's between them. That's between them and their marriage. Do I agree with him and the whole she's trained up? No. But again, he ain't my husband. She ain't my wife. It ain't got nothing to do with me. If she likes it, he likes it, they good, then it is what the hell it is. I ain't got much else to say about it. But that is it. If you guys realize I was rambling, I was trying to get at least 20 minutes into this in this video. But yeah, you guys, that's really it. That's it. That's it at this point. If you guys have anything that you want to discuss, leave it in the comment section. If you guys want to talk about the stuff with Dr. Contessa and Buffy, leave it there. Anything in this episode you want to discuss, we can discuss it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on and share the video, you guys. Until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, you guys, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.